Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how I've added some visual capabilities to the AI agent that runs on this robot, and we can start asking it questions about things that it can see. So what I'm going to do is just jump over to my other screen, and I'm going to move the robot back. So what you're seeing now is the camera from the robot. Sorry it's zoomed in on my face so much, I can't change that. So there we go. So we can do some demos. So, hey computer, what's the name of this book and who wrote it?
The book is titled 1984 and it was written by George Orwell.
Okay, great. So it can do things like text recognition, which is really good. So now we're going to give it another task. Hey computer.
Glad you think so. I'm ready for whatever literary or textual challenges you throw my way. What's the next task?
What's the object I'm holding in my left hand?
You're holding a blue pen in your left hand.
That is right. This is in my left. You got that right. What's the object I'm holding up?
There doesn't appear to be any object in your left hand at the moment. Perhaps you could show it to me again.
You got that right. My left
you're
hand is
holding
empty.
up a blue handheld gaming device, which appears to be a Game Boy Color. A classic.
Yep, and it got that right too. And then we can do other things. We can say, how many fingers am I holding up?
You're holding up 3 fingers. Quite the arithmetic display.
There we go. So as you can see, stop listening. Good. I just didn't want it just responding to me as I'm recording. But yeah, as you can see, it's really good at doing things like text recognition. So if you've got any kind of text, it can read that. It does a pretty good job of object detection as well. I mean, being able to tell that it's a Game Boy Color is also pretty good. You wouldn't get that out of the box with any standard sort of visual models like YOLO, for example. You'd have to train it on what a Game Boy Color is. So as you saw from Foxglove, the images, what it's doing is when I ask it what can it see, such as how many fingers am I holding and so on, or whether any question implies it's a visual question, then it knows to delegate that out to a tool. And then I have a tool on the agent that's calling out to Bedrock using a visual model, and it's just sending a snapshot or a frame of the camera stream to Bedrock, along with the prompt of what can it see in that image. So yeah, it's just taking still snapshots from the camera stream. Let's have a quick look at the code, and I'll show you how easy this is to do using the Strands SDK. I'll put the link for this repo up there, down there. Do my Bee Gees dance again, so you can go and read that in your own time as you need to. But I do just want to point out a couple of things. So we have the agent here, as we saw in previous videos. This is how you start your agent. You pass it a model, tools, and a prompt. You'll notice in this tools array, I have one for the vision tools, and that links out to the vision tools.py. So if we have a look in there, it's pretty simple. There's a fair bit of boilerplate, but it's not too bad. So if we go down here to the tool, so you'll see this annotation marks it as a tool, so Strands can use that. And we have some information here about what it's doing. So we're going to answer a visual question using the latest camera frame from the robot. So we go and grab the latest frame. Now, from a previous video, you've seen how I've taken the images and compressed them and put them onto separate topics, which is what we saw in the Foxglove view. So this is just taking that image straight from that ROS topic. We normalize it, then we create a prompt. So we send this prompt and the image to Bedrock at the same time. So this just gives us some instructions about what we want from that image. So you're looking through a robot's camera, answer any visual questions, and then you'll see the question here parameterized is what I would have asked it. So when I ask the agent a question about what can it see, the bidirectional agent understands I'm asking a question related to visuals. It would then pass it down through this tool and then the tool puts this question into the prompt. And then here is where we actually make the call. So you can just hit Bedrock directly. You don't need to wrap this in an agent. You don't need, I mean, you can if you want to, you could have a sub agent, but in our case, we're just using a tool which has got a direct call to the Converse API on Bedrock. And this will take the model ID. So we're using a different model. For the bidirectional voice, we use a Novasonic because that's a voice in and out model. Whereas because we want to use images and text, we need to use a different model. So we're using the Nova Lite model because that will take text and images. We pass through the prompt and some configuration, and then we would return the text, and then that will go back up the call stack, and then the agent will just speak out whatever that text is. So that's pretty much how it works in a nutshell. So there's a quick and easy way to add some visual capabilities to your robot. This works really great if you've got those kind of ad hoc use cases where you just need to understand, is an object in the scene, what else is in the scene, is there any text, what is a text? For any of those sort of unpredictable, untrained things like, being able to pick out the Game Boy Color without training the model. Really great for those. But as you saw from the demo, it takes 5 to 8 seconds to come back. So you can't use it for any kind of real-time tracking. So if you had a person or an object that you're trying to follow with the robot, you couldn't use this. You would have to train a model locally on the device using something like YOLO and then be able to use that as part of your robot's movement and so on. I will be covering that in future videos. I'm just not having much luck on the Pi. It just doesn't have enough resource to run those kind of models and everything else I'm doing at the same time. So I'm kind of holding off until I can get a Jetson Nano or the new Arduino that's coming out. It's got the onboard AI stuff. So stick around. In the next couple of videos, I am working on some autonomous navigation. So in my shed, I'm building up like a fake house environment, quite a big environment with different rooms. And I'm going to get the robot to sort of navigate around and ask it where it is and ask it, playing hide and seek basically, go and find the object and see if it can find the object. So there's definitely some more cool stuff coming up. But in the meantime, stay curious and keep learning.